Greetings, fam. This is Rom Wills about that business. The gold mine of black hair care. Hey, when I first started this channel, I say this for everybody. Men and women, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Eskimos, Martian, Klingon, Ferengi, or especially Ferengi, right? But in this particular video, I wanted to, it's more directed towards the black communities. No shade against the other communities, especially the Ferengi community, right? But there is a gold mine in just black hair care. And it's a shame that we don't necessarily recognize it, right? I remember I was having I was on a message board. Y'all remember them, right? I was on a message board and we were talking about black economic empowerment, right? And some dude made a comment. He said, we can't really empower ourselves with barbershops and beauty salons because it seemed like that's what we own as far as businesses. Logically, of course, we own other stuff, but, those seem to be the main businesses, especially what you see. You might not see a black-owned grocery store, and trust me, there's a video coming for that. Or you might not, see that black-owned bus company or whatever, but you will see a barbershop or a beauty salon. Now, here's a funny thing, though, right? Because I was kind of doing, I was talking with this young lady, real sharp young lady, because she come from a family of business people. She was talking about some stuff she could get in, and she was saying how she wants to hustle, hair. She could hustle hair. She didn't say she necessarily want to, but she could because she's a licensed cosmetologist, and she know how to put in a weave good. I give it to her. I ain't a fan of weaves, but yeah, hers be tight. Hers be tight. I was like, I give it to you, girl. All right. I see you, girl. And she said she could sell it. And, that's a big thing. I mean, like weave, hair pieces and stuff go like crack in the black community. Shit. They go like crack. Now, I was just, after that conversation, I just happened to just be looking up some stuff. I just, put in black hair care and stuff. There was an article I came across, and it was saying that regardless of what they say the industry is, it's really potentially not potentially, actually is a $500 billion industry. Now, this was, speculation. The reason why, because she said, the writer said there was a lot of stuff that wasn't covered or, counted. And that's true. But when you talk about business ideas, especially in the black community, I think a lot of times we always talk economic empowerment, but we forget about hair. It's like we take it for granted. We take it for granted to the point that the black hair care industry is controlled by Koreans. I ain't hate doing them for their business. Shoot, I think we can learn a lot. But it's controlled by Koreans. I remember I saw some advertise. I was in a Korean-owned sushi place one time, right? I used to love going to get sushi at this place, couple places, Actually, I got a story about that, but I gotta save that for my private channel. Anyway, right? So I'm in there, chilling. I was looking at some of the magazines they had, and there was a black hair care magazine. Like right there on the table, black hair care magazine. I was like, wow. All in Korean. And I was like, wow, this was glossy. I mean, this joint was like, this was very well done. And I'm just like, okay. And I'm thinking to myself, you got all these people, you got people just jumping into what we have. and it's basically making money off of something that continuously grows. Because think about hair, period. Regardless of race, it always grows. I mean, you could create a whole economic infrastructure just off of hair, because that's the one thing it does. It keeps growing. Even if you have to shave it to stop it from growing, and even then, it comes right back. You know how deep that is? That means, and think about it, you gotta like shampoo that joint, you gotta keep it clean, you gotta cut it, you gotta style it. Shoot, you got a whole industry just on maintaining hair. And then you got a bunch of secondary and tertiary things that you could add to it. I mean, like in the natural hair care industry, there's a lot of people who get like locks, and then you gotta have stuff to clean that, but also people got jewelry for the hair. I'm like, wow. I mean, you know what? That's really a gold mine. Because think about it, even when I talked about the booming beard economy. Now that's universal. That's universal. I mean, the hair thing is universal anyway. But like I said, this video is just in terms of black economic empowerment. Because we up here complaining about jobs and stuff. But if we formed something, like people just really got into it, say not just see. Sometimes we think barbers and stuff, but like just hair care products and everything. Shoot, you could conceivably employ every single black male in America. That would change the whole economic thing. That would change neighborhoods. That would change a lot of the place crime. Because crime is economic. It ain't about somebody being just crazy or anything. Crime is economic. People steal for money. People sell drugs for money. So imagine if those same kids, instead of standing on a corner, could stand behind the counter of some hair place. The possibilities are endless. And then you got stuff like hair shows, all that, and you bring in event planners and all of that. And just as an aside, y'all notice whenever I bring up any type of business, I can bring up like secondary stuff that applies to that business. That's just how I think. I always think about, okay, how can we expand this? And who else is eating off of this? But the hair care thing, man, we really need to really think about it. Because if you think about it, right, I think one of the problems in the black community, since it's there, we take it for granted. And then there's another problem, which I don't know where to put this type of video, but everybody's trying to, there's too much of a thing where everybody is looking at that status. So everybody wants to be the corporate person or something. That thinking, you could actually create, like if somebody created like a store selling hair products, that could actually grow to a point where it becomes like a major corporation. And you've had a few people who've done that. Just with not just with hair, but with body products, beauty products, and all of that. In fact, in my neighborhood, this little, it's not even a little store. It's like good sized space. I forgot the name of the company too, but it's a major, I think it's a major international company that just sells beauty products. Hair, skin stuff, So, if we just focus on just black hair, there's a lot of money there, on so many levels. And then, of course, you got the politics of it. And the beauty of it, it's recession proof. You're talking an industry that will never collapse. Because it grows. Every time somebody grows their hair, or even cuts their hair, they're using some type of product. To even cut their hair, they got to get like barber tools and everything. And that's a business. If you can manufacture those tools, like the people who manufacture like those cutting instruments, shoot, they're getting paid like a champ. In fact, I'm going to look them up, like wall cutters. Like any barbers out there, they know what I'm talking about. Because I got a couple wall clippers on me. So it's like, oh yeah, Rom had a lot of barbers in the family. It's like they could cut heads, you know. I even fade up my son's hair and stuff when they stay still. Oh my God, they hard to fade though, cause they don't stay still. But that's another story, y'all. That's another story. They haven't seen the value of a haircut or being blessed by the barber. But I can fade my own stuff up too. That take forever. Shit, even on social media, you got people doing barbers doing videos, man. Videos on how to cut your own hair and all of that. I mean, there's so much money there. That's a gold mine. And people need to, people need to really open their eyes, because trust me, other groups have, Koreans have. That's why I say I don't have an issue with the Koreans. They saw something and they like, shoot, let's sell these people, let's move that hair for them. I mean, shit, I even read about some Koreans learning how to cut black hair. Yeah, so I'm just like, oh, snap. So, you know what? Think about that. Seriously, that is a gold mine. And we should be jumping into that. I mean, you know how many jobs that would create? And just as an aside, because I'm always talking about job creation, I can't possibly do all this stuff. I got so many ideas, but I can't do it. A lot of times, I'm just going to throw out stuff and hope somebody run with it. Seriously. Just run with it. All right? And even with the, because I just thought about the barbers and stuff. Like, you can go across races, like, if you can cut hair. Shoot, and even in this magazine I got that was talking about franchises, something like Sports Clips, I think it's called. They franchising barbershops. So I mean, the money is out there. So anyway, right? That's it for today. Let's go make that money. Oh, let's go get that. You know what? I gotta get that saying down. I'm either saying make or get. Let's go get that money. Yeah, I'm gonna try to stay on me about saying it that way, right? I gotta get that saying down. Anyway, talk to y'all later.